about 8 seconds, he's going to start to bank. So there it is right there on the bottom. Down. All right, so we called that early. Dragon came in 10 seconds early. He might get one more tag, but he's going to fly out. There it is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see that? It seemed like he was turning at the exact moment. Okay, another one. But it seemed like he was turning to avoid it. He was turning to the right to avoid. All right, look at this. August 13, same weather conditions, LAPD coming in, same location. You know the story, except there were like 4 or 5 dragons on this timeline. And for several months, I've been suspecting that they've got new micro radar detectors on their choppers, which I can imagine is an enormous cost. So who's picking up the cost for that? Think about that. Because they seem to be more aware of where these things are now. I can tell by just their flight behavior. They're seeing them before I am, and they're circling, and I'm not seeing them on the video. And look at this right here. He was banking at timeline 632. He was banking as if he had a 2-second warning, as if he saw a collision, 2-second warning collision. He was banking hard. Something tells me, like at least for Los Angeles, the police department have these new, some type of high-tech micro radar going on right there, 632. Look at that. Can you imagine if we were in the cockpit and that thing started? It must be an audio warning, warning, collision, collision. He's just pulling up, and yeah, I think this kind of confirms it. And I was talking to an intel officer the other day on Undercover ET, and he asked that question. I think they have these new micro radars going on. The cost, again, must be enormous, but it's obviously somebody wants this data and they want it at any cost. So it doesn't matter if it's $1 million a unit, $2 million a unit. It seems like the person funding this does not matter. Just do it, install it, and get us the data. Which is, if you think about it, it's kind of clever. Maybe the Pentagon doesn't want to be recorded anymore with Blackhawks and Apaches. So you take their equipment and you give it to the LAPD. So nobody will ever know. At least that's my theory. The bottom line is you fly into the hot zone. These things will fly by, and makes for good video. And you can do this no matter where you are in the world. You see a helicopter, hold your phone sideways, landscape, zoom in 20% tops, not too close. You need about 2,000 feet or a 1,000-foot radius from the air vehicle, and look for a dot going 2,000 miles an hour. That will be the UAP Dragon. It's over and over and over repeatable. And again, as you know, Dr. Gary Nolan just is repeating the same technology. He stated, I'm recording helicopters and things are flying by and they're not bugs. We totally understand that. I know a lot of you are like, we know this already, but we're not here to point fingers, nothing like that. Just awareness, increase awareness, that's all. The payoff for humanity. Humanity is going to get a giant break for the first time in a long time. A giant break. And this is what we want. This is what we need. And we're looking forward to it. Look at that video right there, timeline 632. He's definitely pulling off to the right there, like a hard pull. Fascinating video. All right, share your thoughts with me. Tell me what you think. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you like my channel, tell a friend. Let's keep going. All right, check this out, everyone. Adele, I believe, Texas. Look at this. Flying an Earth drone. We know, if you've been watching the channel, Earth drones are bait. Good bait. Look at this. In the middle of nowhere. So what's going on is these UAP, these small dragons, They're reconning everything, just reconning. If you're in the air, they want to know who you are. Look at the speeds these things travel at. So yeah, Earth drones work. Why don't I have like 3-4 Earth drones? Why don't you're probably thinking, Robert, why don't you get an Earth drone and fly it around? Because I'm like within 2 miles of LAX, and you know I could probably, would not be a big deal, but I think technically it's still illegal. And there's so many friggin' Dragon videos just with helicopters. You know what I'm saying? Just like why you know. So if you have an Earth drone, if you can legally fly it, record it from the ground, or obviously the drone is doing the recording. There you are, over and over and over. That's what's going on. In other words, this is just not an accidental flyby. The drone, the Earth drone, is getting purposely tagged, recon, surveillance, whatever you want to call it, scanned. And you're like, well, why do they keep scanning the same objects on Earth? I don't know. That's a great question. That would be one of my first questions, besides who you are, where you're from, etc. So why do you keep flying up? Why do you keep scanning the same objects? Air banners. Why do you? Somebody help me out here. We got to really think outside the box to understand this. There's obviously a logical higher science going on. God, I really call upon the academic community, really the smartest of the smartest. What are we missing? Are there any physicists out there that are psychologists also? What are we not thinking of here? What paradigm are we missing? This is the challenge. Are we going to accept the challenge? What is going on? Could be a really simple answer. I don't know. I'm asking for help here. I'm asking for your help here. It's going to be, we're going to have to brainstorm this together. Ask everybody. We need everybody's opinion. Why do they keep reconning the same aircraft over the same airspace? I don't know. Okay, share your thoughts. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep going. Okay, let's do a shout out. Actually, the evaders, yeah. So other people researching these dragons, they're giving them different names. Debris, this channel, they're calling them the invaders. I totally get that. They're fast. They're hard to catch. It's a great name. But check out another. Here we go, Mr. Skeptic. These recording their own dragons, or they're finding them on YouTube. In this case, he's interpolating the dragons, doing fantastic work. Super fantastic. There they are. They're all over air shows. If you just watch Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, Red Arrows, watch air shows. When you think you see something hit K on your computer, below the K is the arrow forward, arrow backwards, frame by frame. That's how you do that. Do a screenshot. And check out my tutorial on how to do interpolations. And there you go. Produce them. This is awesome. In post, start your own YouTube channel. We're up to 15, 16. We want to get to 50. Once we get to 50, we're going to break the sound barrier. We're going to break a UFO sound barrier, and the chatter won't stop. The phones won't stop ringing, stuff like that. It is. We know that. We know they're here. Other researchers are, in a roundabout way, they're confirming it. It is what it is. They're all over the world. Let's figure out what they're doing here, where they're from, how long they've been here. Let's figure out their technology. A lot of unanswered questions. All right, let's go to the next video. Okay, final videos here. This is from Mojo, I forget, somewhere on the East Coast. Look at this. They're putting together their own compilation, recording helicopters. That's all you do. Zoomed in a little bit too close, but more or less. And that one you would have zoomed in a little bit more, about right there. There you go. You want to be about right there. That's a little too close. You'll capture the dragon if it flies within 500 feet of the helicopter. But that's the format, over and over. That's great that a lot of you are recording this. There you go. It's consistent. absolutely consistent, no matter where you are in the world. What's consistent? The size, the speed, the predictability, the maneuvers, the color. What can I say here? Some of you, Robert on Undercover ET has a radar detector. They're triggering the K-band. He said he has not gotten an X-band in the UK, which is kind of interesting. Of course, that needs to be explored. I'm sure there are X-bands, but why aren't they popping up? It's just a matter of just more people. You get a used car radar detector on eBay, like $20, pointed at the sky. Leave it on all the time. You get a baseline that way. You know your area. You see aircraft in the sky, generally it will go off more than without aircraft. This is the format. It's over and over. We've been doing this since 2017. I'm sure it's just going to continue. You have any kind of special requests, every category of helicopters that you can imagine, Blackhawks, Apaches, sheriff, police. I can send you links. Ask all the questions you want. I welcome questions. If you're brand new to the channel, I get it. This is kind of hard to take in the very beginning. But there's been, between my videos and other people's, we got like 10,000 videos now, and they're all the same. The characteristics do not change. Okay, I think that will do it for today. This is Robert at Custodian File. I appreciate you watching. Take care.